From the Detroit Free Press, it's Tuesday. Here are today's top stories, presented by Bush's Fresh Food Market. Bush's has over 4,000 Michigan products, including the freshest fruit and vegetables, meat, seafood, and baked goods. Stop by one of Bush's 16 locations for the personal service you expect from your neighborhood grocer.
This is Phoebe Wall-Howard, an automotive reporter at the Detroit Free Press. In 2019, Ford Motor Company cut thousands of jobs in an effort to slash costs and impress Wall Street. It was done as part of a program called Smart Redesign, led by Boston Consulting Group. However, now 2 years later, internal emails unsealed by the court suggest Ford targeted high-performing older workers. In fact, at issue is whether Ford targeted for elimination salaried workers with flawless performance records who had been promoted, rewarded, and cited for excellence, but were then deemed expendable because of their age and proximity to key retirement milestones. These allegations are made by 8 former Ford employees in a federal age discrimination lawsuit. It is highly detailed. The emails have just been unsealed after this 2-year process, and it is the focus of questions whether people who invested most of their lives with one company saw their contract for retirement broken to save money and impact the bottom line. Go to freep.com to learn more.
I'm Frank Witzel with the Detroit Free Press. After being closed to all but essential travel for more than a year, Canada opened its border to Americans just after midnight Monday morning. But in Windsor, it seemed few were crossing it. There was one family who had been separated from loved ones for multiple months and eagerly waited in Detroit's duty-free shop as the border opened so they could be reunited. It's not yet clear when the U.S. will reopen to Canadian tourists. Last month, the U.S. extended restrictions for non-essential travel from Canada and Mexico through August 21st. Fully vaccinated U.S. citizens and permanent residents are clear to enter Canada. For the most part, Windsor, on the other side of the Detroit River, was quiet. Pretty dead was more like it, one entrepreneur pointed out, as established restaurants and shops struggled to attract patrons. To make things worse, COVID-19 cases have recently been on the rise. Some shopkeepers and hoteliers in Windsor seem optimistic that customers will eventually return. A clerk in the empty lobby of the 4 Points by Sheraton, Windsor downtown, said the border opening would eventually bring back business. But, she added, it could take some time.
I'm Sue Solaski, Detroit Free Press food writer. Do baseball, hot dogs, apple pie, and Chevrolet really go together in the good old USA? You may think so based on the 1970s Chevrolet commercial jingle. But recently, Chevy enlisted Guy Fieri, Food Network celebrity chef and car enthusiast, to bring two of those together. He created the apple pie hot dog. The apple pie hot dog is a hot dog nestled in between 2 pieces of pie crust with nods to both sweet and savory flavors. There's an apple pie filling and bacon jam inside. The top crust is sprinkled with raw sugar. Once baked, the apple pie hot dog is drizzled with a mix of yellow mustard and apple pie filling, and then topped with cooked and crumbled bacon. The specialty hot dog is just in time for, and in the spirit of, Thursday's Major League Baseball Field of Dreams game being played in Iowa, where the Oscar-nominated 1989 film Field of Dreams was shot. The spectators at the Field of Dreams game will be able to purchase the apple pie hot dog on Thursday.
I'm Andrew Hammond for the Free Press Sports Department. Usually when the top 2 picks in the NBA draft meet, it's a game during the regular season that gets most of the hype. With the NBA's Summer League becoming increasingly popular, matchups between top picks become marquee games. Evidence? Tonight in Vegas. The Detroit Pistons take on the Houston Rockets. This game features the top 2 picks in this past year's NBA draft. Detroit's Cade Cunningham, the number 1 pick, faces off against the number 2 pick, Jalen Green, and the Houston Rockets. The game can be seen at 9 p.m. on ESPN.
For more stories from the Detroit Free Press, be sure to check out freep.com. That's FREEP.com. If you're a fan and want to support our quality local journalism, subscribe. Go to freep.com/special offer.